Welcome to Eye on Paulsboro. This is a special edition of Eye on Paulsboro with the help of Fred Buchler, who has given up his Sunday. We're intending to give you a behind-the-scenes look of the response to the train wreck that occurred crossing the Mansfield Creek near Jefferson Street in Paulsboro. You'd have to be living under a rock not to know the details and the information about that incident at this point. But what you haven't seen yet is the effort being made behind the scenes to both correct things, take care of people that are affected, and to make sure public safety is in place. Irma, with the help of Fred and everyone cooperative, we're going to extend the show and we're going to visit with these wonderful people.
Well, John, we should. I mean, I've been really affected. My house is toxic. I don't know if I'm toxic, but I probably have been. But John, what a wonderful, our fire people, our EMS. Been to the command center, thank you, today, and just seeing they're working for our people in Paulsboro. And, you know, with the good Lord's help, we'll get through. We're tough, John. We're Paulsboro people.
Americans have that in their spirit. This program is going to include as many as we could. This operation is being run by what's called a unified command, in part structured by the United States Coast Guard. So the captain on duty today is with us. We have a representative of the DEP with us. We have a representative of Norfolk and Southern Conrail who's coordinating, taking care of the residents who are displaced. We're going to visit with our local people that are coordinating directly, Office of Emergency Management, the mayor, our chief of police, fire. There's a big effort going on, and the American Red Cross is in the mix of too. So stay tuned. You get a perspective of the effort being made to ensure public safety and hopefully bring this issue to a close that is very comfortable for everyone. We'll be right back and pick up with a behind-the-scenes look.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
As was mentioned at the top of the program, the idea with this show was to give you a sense of the effort taking place behind the scenes in response to this train accident. A lot of people involved, and you've heard a lot of names through the general media. So with this program today, we're going to visit with a few. This is being taped on Sunday, December the 2nd. So by the time you see this, some other things may have happened with regards to progress. So we're just going to give you a sense of who's involved here, and there'll be other avenues of media for updates as to where we stand. So with me now is Captain Wiemers. He's with the United States Coast Guard. He's here today on December 2nd, as I mentioned, and he is running what's called Unified Command. And first of all, Captain, thank you for coming on. You've done a morning briefing. First, let's start at the very beginning. Residents have said to me, John, why the Coast Guard?
The Coast Guard actually is the federal on-scene coordinator whenever there's an oil or hazmat spill in the maritime environment. So because this spill occurred in the creek, the Coast Guard is actually the lead federal agency for any of these types of cases.
Now, we know we have New Jersey State Police, New Jersey DEP, the federal EPA, we have the National Transportation Safety Board in town, we have our local Office of Emergency Management, fire company, county, mutual aid. So, Captain, you have a lot of assets. Without coordination, this can't be effective.
Well, and that's why there's a national response plan in which from the locals, state, and federal government, we're all using the same response system, which is what we call ICS, Incident Command System, and it's the structure that we use to all respond together so that we have a coordinated response to the incident.
So you set up, having the privilege in my role as an elected official, sitting through some of these briefings, but the viewers not necessarily wouldn't have access to that. You set up a command table. There is a structure here.
There is. There's a unified command, and local, Paulsboro Fire, the state DEP, Coast Guard, and the responsible party, we're all working together to make sure this incident gets handled in the safest and most quickest way possible.
And by the way, we're taping this segment at the Gloucester County Fire Training Academy in East Greenwich, and this has been the base center for this unified command and its structure. And there's been a great deal of activity here, which obviously there would be. So from a Coast Guard standpoint, what happens, how does the day progress?
Well, we start out, with meetings, and really what we're doing here is planning for the next operational period. So on site, there's operations going on which we planned for yesterday. And so what we're doing today here at the command post is monitoring what's going on. At the same time, we're planning for what needs to be done for tomorrow.
I've also noticed that the relationship between the agencies seems to be working very smoothly. You get a lot of chiefs in one room. Eventually, sometimes you can get locked up, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Everyone seems to know their role.
Everyone here has been fantastic. And we know each other because we have area contingency plans, the state has their response plans, the locals have their response plans, and we exercise and work together, throughout the year. We had an exercise back in April where we all came together for an exercise on an oil spill. And so it's the same people, we're all working together, we routinely work together, and that really brings a huge benefit.
Now, in this case, you have the oversight of the federal government on the railroad. Our Coast Guard federal operation is overseeing, and we've had a release of gas. And as I mentioned, because of our timetable, we won't get into specifics about where things are at the particular moment. But have you been satisfied? Is the Coast Guard satisfied with the availability of resources to come to this incident?
Yes, the right resources are coming together, and we're all working to ensure the safety of the public. And everyone's been fantastic, bringing whatever they can and what we need to get the job done.
And we should recognize, too, another face of the Coast Guard you may have seen was Captain Moore. Captain Moore is off-site today?
Captain Moore is the incident commander for the Coast Guard, and I am her deputy. So, yes, she is off-site today, and I'm here running the Coast Guard side.
And who has final say when we talk about the structure part? So it's Coast Guard to the top, and how does the structure work?
Well, it's a unified command, so there is no one agency. It's a unified command. We're working together as a partnership, and that's really how we're dealing with the incident.
Partnerships work best. We're grateful for Captain Wiemers for taking a moment out of his day on Sunday. And again, the idea of this show is to give you a sense of the background as to what's taking place. The building we're in is across the field from where the activity is taking place, the command center. We've been privileged to have access so you can get a look at what's going on there. A lot of activity taking place and a lot of real information moving very quickly. Constant air monitoring ongoing, and we're hopeful that everything that can be done is being done, and it feels that way. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landoff Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landoffifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. We continue with this program, giving a look at the structure of the emergency response that's been activated in light of this train accident that has occurred. With me now is a representative of New Jersey's Department of Environmental Protection, a very important partner in, as was described by Captain Wiemers, the unified command. The DEP is charged by the state and is, as I mentioned, a state agency. It is a public advocate with regards to the standard that's taking place with an incident like this involving the impact on the environment. Bob, I forgot your last name that quick.
Van Fossen.
Even in the state of emergency, my memory with names has not gotten any better. So, Bob, first of all, the agency was on site quickly. You're not a stranger to Paulsboro. You reminded me that you were on site when we had the leak at the tank at the refinery. last year, and that ended up having a successful conclusion. And we appreciate the DEP's participation here. You've been on site how many days now?
Came down here Friday morning at the beginning of the event, and 4 days later, here we are.
And how many people do you have on site?
Approximately, DEP has about 6 people on site, but again, it's important to remember we team up with the county and the municipalities to form a bigger response group.
And the DEP's expectations on this kind of response, what is your role? I mean, obviously, you carry the book on standards of what should be and shouldn't be, but what is your role in support now?
We join the other county and state agencies in unified command. Our role is to help coordinate the environmental environmental part of the response in coordination with the other agencies. What we bring to the table are the plans, the area plans, county plans, municipal plans, and state plans. Bring them all together to make sure the response is a unified, coordinated response.
Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot. I wouldn't do that to you. At what point will the department come to a conclusion about effects and timetable effects that this kind of gas would have as it's been released?
As the science indicates, we're out there right now doing air monitoring and water monitoring, getting those samples analyzed by labs. So as the analysis comes back, we'll take a look at that, and we'll base our decisions on the science from the monitoring and the sampling.
I was very impressed that the organization that Norfolk Southern brought in from Arkansas has the potential for real-time air monitoring back to your command center. Can you speak to that?
It was critical. We set up, with a lot of their resources, we set up stationary air monitoring throughout the community, and also a lot of mobile air monitoring. EPA had brought down one of their mobile buses that actually worked its way through the community and is still here doing real-time monitoring. So we can have that information sent back to the command post, and we can visualize if there's any issues with the air monitoring as we do it.
Because good information will mean for a good response. You can't speak enough about the importance of that. And I do want to mention too, I've had a couple of residents ask me if our drinking water is safe. And Bob may go to detail, but Paulsboro's water is not drawn from the Mantua Creek. Or as I mentioned to Captain Weimer, if you live here long enough, the Mantua Creek, our water is from deep wells, and the water system has not been in any way affected by this, correct?
Correct, and to verify that, we're doing water monitoring as we speak. We will be taking a look at groundwater to see if there's any potential there. We've reached out to the intakes on the Delaware River in other areas of Philadelphia and New Jersey to make sure that they're monitoring their water intakes. So again, the science will dictate whether there's any issues or not, but we do not believe at this point in time there are any issues with the water.
And DEP is on site 24 hours a day till this is resolved?
Absolutely. And again, we work with the other partners in this, and I'd like to mention that we are down here a lot, and we work together a lot with the municipalities, the counties, and the states. So when we come together at 2 in the morning, we're not strangers. We know each other. We know how we react with each other, and we sit down and we can have those healthy discussions and bring them to resolution.
I've been in some of those meetings, and those discussions can be rather clear, but always to the benefit of public safety. It's a common theme through this. There is no compromise. In fact, often through these responses, as those people have been displaced with temporary evacuation, much of that occurs out of precaution. And the idea is a little bit of inconvenience for a day or two is much better than something that would be more onerous over time. So for those who have been affected, we continue to collectively ask for your patience, because your interest is what's being looked out for here. We can put railroads back together again. That can happen. We don't want any long-term injuries to occur, and that's most important. Thank you, Bob, very much, and thank you for the effort. Our program will continue as we give you an insight into the mechanism and those who are responding to this incident for the benefit of public safety. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
We've stepped outside of the command center here on the campus of the Gloucester County Fire Academy. You've seen a lot of footage. You're going to see a lot of footage of all the activity going on. Our local officials have been engaged at every step of this. With me now is Jeff Hamilton. It's not as if he needs an introduction, but Jeff has been hands-on as this has unfolded. Jeff, your assessment, because emergency management starts locally. I mean, we have a lot of volunteers in this mix.
Yes, we do. We have mutual agreements with all the different towns that come around in our area. And I'll tell you what, they came along to help us out. But I have to say, our police department, also our fire department and emergency management team has done a great job, and we should commend them for doing that. And right now, they're still on the scene trying to filter out different things that are going on, especially in the area that this has taken place.
It's not uncomplicated. And Jeff, as all of you know, myself, we're longtime residents. So, you know, we're used to some things happening. But I think it's very safe to say that this is probably the worst train incident to occur in Gloucester County, and certainly this region, Jeff, because I don't remember that we've had something this significant. We've had train derailments before. We've had a propane tank off the tracks, but not to this point.
That's true. The train derailment that we had, 2 years ago, they just came off the track, the cars. But I'll tell you, this one right here is an unusual one, especially with this here vinyl chloride, which is one of the main ingredients that a lot of the companies around here uses. Yeah,
and it's not something, it's ideally designed to stay in containment. It's not supposed to get out, and in this case, some of it got out. So at this point, this is ongoing because, again, when we record this, things change quickly. So I guess, Jeff, we tell residents to just stay closely alert to information and messages.
Yes, please stay closely alert, especially with TV and emergency response. Listen to the announcements that we have that comes from the Borough Hall. We have a siren right out there, a first response siren to help our community know exactly what's going on here. Right now, our group has been doing a great job in trying to handle this here program. More or less a program now, because we are trying to iron out a lot of things and trying to secure the residents, because safety is our first thing for the residents of Paulsboro.
Well put. Public safety, the main responsibility of government. We thank Mayor Hamilton. These guys are on this job around the clock. We're going to ask Alphonse to come in. Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to have Alphonse come in and talk to us. Alphonse Jean-Paul is going to join. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Alphonse is going to join us. Come on in, Alphonse. Alphonse is, of course, he is the fire chief presently, also serves on council. He's the assistant to Glenn Romick on emergency management. And Alphonse has been ground zero in the briefings, in the meetings, representing the voice of the emergency management office. Glenn is on site with fire truck pumper response. Alphonse, first of all, as I said to the mayor, thank you for your service. This is not a paid position, and I know you've been here every step of the way.
Yes, as you know, Paulsboro is where I'm from. 53 years, 35 in the fire company. Wouldn't want to be any place else but helping the safety of the residents. We've had a great response to this from county, state, and federal. As you know, we have the NTSB in, the Coast Guard's here, county emergency management's here. I've been deemed as being first on location as being the incident commander and part of Paulsboro's Unified Command, which is going on here at headquarters. We're managing the situation. It's not by any means contained. We're managing it at this point. This is day 3, and we're working on it. It's work in progress.
Well, it's an important work in progress. Remember, our firemen, emergency management people, they're all volunteers, and with great support of others, as the mayor mentioned, from the mutual aid structure that's in place. Alphonse, I mean, I've been around this entire time. I think everyone has done what they're supposed to do.
Yes, we had the notifications go out. We did the things that we were supposed to. That's why we evacuated that 12-block area. There were the things to keep our people safe. We've asked the experts, the people that make this stuff. They've told us what we should do. We've been in a lot of contact with the people that make the rail car. we haven't let anything be no stone unturned. We've whatever we needed to do.
I might add, just for clarification, again, remember we taped the show on December 2nd. Originally, the press release on the evacuation past the immediate area was said to be an estimated 500 people. I don't suspect 500 people had to be evacuated. That number seemed high.
Yes, I think it was a guesstimate on their part because of the 12-block area based on population models. But I believe our exact numbers are 48 homes. A few people chose to stay in their residence. I believe 105 were boarded elsewhere, and a few went to family and friends. So yeah, it was nowhere close to the 500 residents.
Very good. And remember, we're recording this on December 2nd. So as you're watching, the circumstances could have changed again, because the next point of attention comes when those cars have to be lifted from being derailed, placed either on barge or on land, and in a safe position. So that's why we have continued to stress at press conferences. And as the mayor said, you got to stay alert for announcements in case that evacuation that's presently in place has to expand a little bit on a temporary basis till the cars are removed. Alphonse, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you getting any rest?
A little bit.
Very, very good. We're now going to ask Vern Marina to join in. He's captain of the police department. Chief is not on site today, but he's in constant touch with him. I asked Vern to come on because our police have been working very hard. They are our first point of contact when these evacuations have to be unfolded. And as the incident occurred at 7 o'clock that morning, it was the quick response of the Paulsboro police that were able to get people notified in the immediate area that we have an incident and they should take steps to find shelter. So the department functioned well.
That is correct. When the incident occurred, it was the 911 was notified, and our officers responded within seconds of the incident. I think our officers did a fantastic job. The patrol responded. They seen there was a serious incident, and they were able to make notifications to the immediate house families that were affected by this derailment.
Now, as Alphonse said, we're in day 3. How's everybody holding up? You don't have a 200-man department.
That is correct. Our guys, unfortunately, in an incident of this nature, our guys know that they're going to be in town, and they have all committed. They're working around the clock. We are giving them their rest that they need. That's just as important. But our officers are here. They're working steadily. We have security is in place for the residents that have been displaced, so we can that area is in essence locked down, so that is secured, and we have roaming patrols. We have a lot of assets on the ground at the site and in the blocks that have been evacuated. Very good.
We appreciate that update from the police department. As again, they are on the ground, first line, in notifying residents and helping make certain that public safety is assured. We're going to come right back as we do this update on behind the scenes, the emergency response to the train derailment on Jefferson Street Bridge. Be right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landoff Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landoffifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. We have moved to on-site, well, as close as we can get to on-site safely, so we could be with Glenn Remick. He is in charge of the Emergency Management Office in the Borough of Paulsboro, has been doing that for a number of years. It's a volunteer position. He is very diligent and pays a great deal of attention to the details. And, of course, this plan has had to be put in full force and effect. So, first of all, Glenn, I want to thank you for your service, and I mean that. You not only are a friend for a long time, but you've been around the clock on this stuff, and it's all volunteer. So can you give people a sense, because they're seeing on the news what happened, but they don't get to see this part?
Okay, well, what we're doing now is Conrail has their hazmat team in. They're getting ready to offload the one rail car that still has material in it. As you can see behind us, there are rail cars. They're going to take the liquid and put into one rail car, and the other rail cars are for vapor. So it's done in a timely fashion to make sure that everything is, there's no problems. Checked, rechecked before people go in. They're checked. They're on air monitoring going on the entire time they're in, and making sure that they are safe along with the residents and keeping everybody else safe.
Now, Glenn, you guys have been out here doing various things. In addition to Conrail and their professional response and some of their experts that are on site, you've got fire trucks on the street, you've been moving water, and you've got the mutual aid in full engagement.
Yes, we were dispatched to the incident early Friday morning, right around 7 o'clock. The fire department responded, and we initiated the plan as soon as we got on site. Started to make the notifications to the people that we had to notify, and we have been on site since 7 o'clock Friday morning, round the clock. We have had mutual aid companies come in. The Paulsboro Fire Department was actually relieved by mutual aid companies yesterday afternoon at 3:30, and we were back out on the street this morning at 6:30. But we've been here, volunteers from the area. We've had volunteers from Swedesboro, from Mantua Township, our neighbors in Gibbstown. East Greenwich is here with us again today. We've had some mechanical issues with trucks, which is normal for the age of our equipment. We've handled that and having that taken care of. But the mutual aid companies have been great. Volunteers. We do this for nothing, and we've been here and been on site, and we're keeping ourselves safe and everyone else that's doing the job also.
And I should add good support, Red Cross, those responsible, provisions are in place, people getting fed. I mean, basic things like that for people that are out here for long periods of time.
Well, I can tell you that Conrail themselves have actually brought food here. Last night it was almost like a banquet. They had gone to Boston Market and brought chicken, mashed potatoes, corn. Today they had hot wraps and soup, which they brought to the site for us. So we brought tables and chairs from the firehouse so that we had a place to sit down and take a few-minute breather. But as you can see, we did pump water starting Friday afternoon at about 4:30. And we've pumped water almost continuously. We stopped about 2.5 hours ago because they're going to go onto the tank and start getting the product out of the tank.
You say pump water, that was to create a fog to help just keep the scene contained?
To keep the scene contained, and any vapors, to keep the vapors from getting out into the atmosphere.
Very good, Glenn. This has been a real effort, and again, the goal of this program was to let people see what your neighbors are doing under these circumstances. First rule here is both public safety and safety of these volunteers and these professionals who are responding to this train derailment. Glenn, you've been at this a long time. I'd mentioned earlier in the program, this may be the most serious train incident in Gloucester County's history.
Well, definitely been the most severe that's been in Paulsboro. We've had one car tip. We're on its side before. We're almost all the way over, and then we had the one in 2009 where it tore up the tracks. This is the most significant rail car incident that we have had in Paulsboro, and you may be correct about the county.
I think there's a reasonable chance that may be the case. And by the way, let's hope it's the last one. We get this bridge replaced in a way that the chance for failure does not occur again. Not that anything's ever perfect, but a bridge that was built in 1873 has no place in a modern rail system, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Stay with us. We're going to come right back. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Matt.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back to the program. As we continue this look of the response to this incident, and as we get into the show and go behind the scenes, which we hope you're going to find informative, we thought we should start at the beginning. Gary and Raylan Stephenson have a beautiful home they recently built that sits very close to the site. Irma and Walt Stephenson live across the street. So this is a very rare occasion where there's actually first-hand witness of something like this happen. And although the media has reported widely, this is a neighbor who's directly affected. Now, Gary is dressed the way he's dressed because, first of all, he's a borough councilman, but he's also a longtime Paulsboro volunteer fireman. He has been municipal fire chief, and he has been in the front line of response in a place where his own home is affected. He is an employee of ExxonMobil, and they have given him time to continue to serve, as he's used up his off time for this. But Gary, first of all, and Irma as well, the fact that you're safe, Ray Lynn's safe, Irma and Walter are safe, I mean, that's the blessing of this. But this has been a bad one.
John, it's one of them things when you hear about airplane crashes, oh, it's always some other town, some other state. You don't expect it to happen here, especially you don't expect it to happen 50 feet from your own house. But it's been harrowing, but we were blessed, and that train could have blown up. I don't know how it didn't, but it didn't. So I'm here to talk to you.
Well, first of all, we're glad to talk to you, and thank you for your service in this effort, because this is December 2nd as we tape this, and these shows we don't do, we're not doing this hourly. So hopefully everything's even better on December 3rd. But this is still very active.
Oh, yeah, we got a big-time active scene here. I mean, it's always a next step, and safety is a key factor. Every morning we have this huge half-hour safety briefing. It's all basic stuff, so you don't forget. Wear your safety glasses, wear your safety shoes, the whole 9 yards. Safety is priority one on this job. I can assure the residents and all our workers, our firemen, we're safe. We're working safely.
Yeah, I should have asked, and what was it like that morning?
Hey, John, I just got home from work after working all night, and we just went to bed at 7 o'clock, and Raylan was down getting ready for work, and I literally got shook out of my bed. My house rocked and swayed. I heard her scream, Gary, get down here, a train's derailed, and the guy, get down here. So I came down, and I was expecting an engine turned over. I can't say on TV what I actually said, but I said, holy, I saw these trains, stuff spewing out over the creek. I mean, I immediately went into my fire chief mode, made the calls, got the placard number, what is it? And then, of course, I'm councilman, public safety director, and how's it affecting the town? You're wearing 5 different hats. You're worrying about your wife, your house. And so it was something that, and Raylan saw it from the beginning. She was there drinking coffee. She saw it all began, and she said it was surreal, how like in slow motion, it just trains just on top of each other going in, and she just thought the world had ended.
It's scary stuff when you stop to think about it. Thank goodness the train only traveling at 8 miles an hour. Now, Irma, you're just across the street.
Yes, we are, John. I was still at work, and my husband got a call from Ray Lynn. He was getting up, coming into the kitchen, and she screamed, hollered the train, and Walt ran right out. And they were in the haze, and Gary, of course, was there, and all hell broke loose, John. We're very blessed. There's somebody up there that loves us. Hopefully they will keep everybody safe. But it's harrowing. Our houses are toxic. Well, Walter said I've been toxic for 56 years, so what's the difference? But anyway, I just bless the firemen, everyone, John. All our emergency workers. I was at the command center, our council people, everyone here. But thank you to the good Lord, and they're going to do what they can do for people of Paulsboro. And we're tough, John. We're resilient. We'll get through it.
Normally it's Irma and I for Community Notes, which we always look forward to. This is a different kind of program, and we want it to be informative to you. So stay with us. We're going to come back, and we're going to go behind the scenes to the Unified Command to give you an idea of how this issue has been responded to by both the professionals and mainly your neighbors and volunteers. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, We at the Landoff Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landoffifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
So we continue with our behind-the-scenes look at the response to this railroad derailment and issue that has struck this area. With me now is Rob Fender. He works for Norfolk Southern and the Conrail division of Norfolk Southern, and it's been his responsibility to coordinate how people are getting assistance who have had to either be evacuated or moved temporarily. So Rob, first of all, thank you. You visit us in circumstances, but this is your job. So there's a human side to this. I mean, obviously we have rail cars off dealing with product, but there's a people part of this, and I'm generally getting feedback that you're doing well.
Well, thank you. I think we are. First of all, I want to acknowledge the presence of the Red Cross. They've been a big help to us at our assistance center. We have established an assistance center at the fire station on Swedesboro Road, and we will maintain a presence there for as long as needed.
And this show, as I've said repeatedly, taping December 2nd. Presently, those hours are when?
Presently, we will be open the rest of this week 8 to 8, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day.
And what do people who have been affected, when they stop in, what services are being rendered? What can they expect?
Well, they can expect to fill out just one simple form, and then meet with one of our folks there. We have approximately 30 people there currently. We will assess their needs and make some arrangements, whether it be lodging or meals or laundry or just about anything.
Well, we had an estimate at one point. It was thought that in the 12th square block area there could be up to 500 people. That's not as densely populated area as that. We've had 48 households that are affected. What numbers have you seen come through the center?
First night, we addressed approximately 100 people that came in. We've had a steady stream off and on since then, but it varies. It's fluid.
And when it comes to, you mentioned you're helping with lodging, the basics of food. Presently, we're out. How many days lodged so far? I guess 2 days. We're at 2 days.
2 days, yes.
As of today. 2
days. And we have, assisted people so far with lodging, primarily lodging and assistance with their pets and things like that.
You also mentioned the Red Cross, who hopefully before the day's out we'll get to speak to one of those individuals as well. They've been magnificent.
Yes, they have. They were there since day one. They have been bringing meals. They bring snacks. They bring drinks to our assistance center, which makes people feel comfortable while they're there.
But your turnaround time, someone walks in, I noticed the other day, the processing seems, and by the way, as we're saying this, we're hoping no one else has to take advantage of this, and the only repeat business he has is just people either getting up to speed that are affected or having to be renewed if they're out an additional day.
That's correct. The processing time when you come to our center is small right now. I'm staffed very well, and I have professionals there to work with the folks.
Well, and by the way, these people weren't sitting in the firehouse waiting for this to happen. Where's your group assembled from, Rob? Where's your team from?
All over the country. I've got people from Kansas. I've got people from Virginia. I've got people from this area. A lot of different places. So
as a company, you're geared up for rapid response should circumstances present themselves someplace domestic U.S.?
Yes, sir. That's true. We are geared up to do that, and we want to make sure that the folks are taken care of.
As I said, there's a real human side to this. I mean, the issue of derailment, the physical stuff could be taken care of. When people have to be displaced, they've got to be looked after.
That's absolutely true. This has been a disruption to everybody's lives. The best we can do is make it go a little easier and take care of whatever expenses or needs they have.
I can tell you it's greatly appreciated. Well, and for the people that are affected, there are people behind the scenes that care very much about you, and we're very hopeful over these next handful of days this thing comes to a very quiet conclusion, and Rob doesn't have to meet any more of our local residents. But if in fact something does have to occur, the reason we wanted to have him visit is so you got a sense that there are people that are going to be there, as they have been now, to help you. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Mother Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, master mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and rug doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. Another very important part of this effort is the American Red Cross. And those who have, of course, been involved and been generous towards Hurricane Sandy, you just can't imagine the work these people do. And they're largely volunteers. And if you're in a position, make a direct appeal to you to donate, and you want to help someone, you funnel your donation through the American Red Cross, and I'm telling you, it will get where it's supposed to go. These people are wonderful. With me now is Steve Hawk, because he has a name tag on. It's easy for me to remember and read that. And Steve was here early on. At the time that the initial dispatch happened, Gloucester County 911 engaged the Red Cross that serves Gloucester County and Salem County immediate region, and these guys have been there since the beginning. First of all, Steve, thank you. You're one of the volunteers. You're not paid. But tell us in the steps, I mean, Red Cross was here early.
We were dispatched very early on. No problem. You can hold that.
Thank you.
We were dispatched very early on in the incident, about 9 o'clock in the morning. I received the initial dispatch call, activated our volunteer staff, which immediately responded to the Paulsboro area, to the Paulsboro Firehouse, to start with prepared evacuations if needed, and or assisting in canteen operations for those affected and the emergency personnel responding.
And when he says canteen, I remember being here early on a scene. They had coffee set up for workers. They had refreshments set up for workers. And then it became clear that there was going to have to be some limited evacuations. You guys played a big role.
We prepared lunches immediately once we were informed evacuations were going to be needed, and provided snacks, coffee, beverages throughout the remainder of the afternoon, and then prepared for meals as well in the evening for all affected, both residents and emergency personnel.
I can't say it enough, and I wish thank you was a bigger word when it comes to the American Red Cross. Having toured shelters involving Hurricane Sandy, there were volunteers associated with the American Red Cross that had traveled here from Texas and from other distant states to be part of the volunteer force to make up the rank and file. Steve, it's quite an organization.
It absolutely is. I love volunteering with the Red Cross, and I assisted on Sandy as well. And we actually had representatives from every state in the United States coming out to assist us here in New Jersey.
I'll tell you, it's just simply a wonderful organization. And as we close with a big thank you to them, I remind everybody, when you see an appeal by the American Red Cross for help, you never know when it could be you and your family who needs help. So if you're in a position to help them with a small financial contribution, I'm telling you, it goes to the right place, and it finds its way to a place of need, like we're seeing here today in Paulsboro, Gloucester County. They've been a big part of this. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landoff Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have, or visit us at www.landoffuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
We close this program with a very simple few words. A thank you to everybody who has responded. For those who have been displaced and inconvenienced, We're hoping that it can be kept as short as possible and you can be as comfortable as possible being at a distance from your home. Also, too, continue to stay in touch with television media and reverse 911 and listen carefully, because as this process unfolds to lift these cars, other actions may have to be taken in the short term, and public safety comes first. So be attentive to messages that come and be responsive if asked to do certain things. Irma, I think that's going to do it. No community notes this week.
Well, happy birthday, happy anniversary, stay safe, and we'll get through it, John. We always do.
We do. Again, thank you to Fred Booker for taking his Sunday to do this, to Bill Crane, our producer who's not with us today, and for all those associated with this program. We hope you found it informative. Be safe. See you next time.